Just when you thought you could turn your back and walk away, the dark cloud of human indignity follows you. You have no choice but to turn and look it in the eye. It's the sex offender hit list.
A Rock Falls man was arrested for child sexual abuse material charges. According to a release from the Illinois State Police, Division of Criminal Investigation Zone 2, on June 6th, after an extensive investigation into the dissemination of child sexual abuse material via a computer program, the Illinois State Police agents executed a search warrant at a residence in the 1400 block of Avenue A in Rock Falls, and they arrested this chomo, 39-year-old Adam Davis, for 5 counts of dissemination of child sexual abuse material, which is a Class X felony. Davis was immediately taken into custody and transported to the Whiteside County Jail, where he belongs. A remorseless Coventry sex attacker who repeatedly assaulted a teenager has now been jailed. Craig Smith of Bruce Road, Radford, Coventry, has pleaded not guilty to 8 counts of sexual assault which took place between 2018 and 2020 in Woodhall Spa in Lincoln. It meant that his victim, who was a teenager at the time, had to go through the trauma of a trial. But he was found guilty by a unanimous verdict delivered by all 12 jurors after the 4-day trial at Lincoln Crown Court. On Friday, May 17th, the 45-year-old was put in jail for 8 years. He also has been placed on the sex offenders register for life, as well as being served a sexual harm prevention order. Through the process, the suspect denied the allegation to the very end, showing no remorse to what he has done and what he put his victim through. As one can imagine, this was a difficult period for the victim, but with support from police and other agencies, the victim had the courage to stand in court and tell the truth of all that had happened to her at a young age. See ya, chomo.
Now get in there!
A Kinston man was arrested Friday and is facing multiple charges related to sexual activity with a child. Joseph Allen Wade, 27-year-old of Kinston, was arrested after a months-long investigation conducted by the Lenoir County Sheriff's Office. Authorities were notified of a report of sexual allegations from the Onslow County Department of Social Services back on March 8th. The report involved a juvenile victim and occurred in Lenoir County during May of 2021 through August of 2022. The Lenoir County District Attorney's Office was consulted and approved the following charges: sexual activity by a substitute parent or custodian, statutory sex offense with a child under 15, and indecent liberties with a child. Wade was placed in the Lenoir County Jail and given no bond pending his first court appearance. Authorities in Mendocino County on Thursday arrested a man suspected of child sexual abuse after deputies said he spent months on the run, including leaving California for a time, where he's from. Deputies allege that 40-year-old Christopher Neil Kiger of Clear Lake committed multiple acts of sexual abuse against a juvenile victim under the age of 14. The sheriff's office said Kiger left the state after learning about the investigation. And last month, detectives learned that Kiger had possibly returned to the area. The sheriff's office made multiple attempts to find him in Lake County, where he has family. And then the detectives found out that he was trying to avoid capture until he could obtain enough money for a bail bond. And at that time, bail in his case was set at $425,000. in accordance with their state bail schedule for the crimes he was accused of. On Thursday night, detectives were able to track down Kiger to what was described as a remote location on Williams Ranch Road near the town of Willits. Kiger was allegedly staying and working at an illegal cannabis operation in that area, and following a brief pursuit into a wooded area where he tried to run away, Kiger was arrested with no incidents. And no injuries were reported, unfortunately. Kiger was booked into the Mendocino County Jail on multiple offenses, including continual sexual abuse of a minor and lewd and lascivious acts upon a child under the age of 14. Well, Mr. Kiger, your bail used to be $425,000. It is now set at $1 million. See ya, Chomo.
I'd like to know what dirty stool pigeon squealed on me.
A couple is in custody after officers say the two were molesting a child. Panama City Police reportedly received a tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children that led to the arrest of 35-year-old Harlan Crowley and 35-year-old Brianna Yan for manufacturing and promoting the sexual performance of a child. She's pretty scary looking, man. Oh my God, I don't want to look at her. Investigators say Crowley's faced at least 20 charges, including lewd or lascivious molestation of a victim under 12 years of age, which is a capital felony, and being held with no bond. And Jan is facing 4 felony charges at this time, 2 of which are the same capital felony, and is being held on a $700,000 bond. What a nice couple of pieces of shit. See ya, Chomo. The Benton County Sheriff's Office reports that a 27-year-old man is in custody facing multiple counts of possession of child sexual abuse material after a raid on his home. Matthew K. Bottoms, his cheeks look like bottoms to me, was arrested after deputies served a warrant at his home in the 2014 block of East Pitcock Road in Kennewick, probably less than a mile northwest of Findlay. The investigation began via a tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and information was indicating that a person who was downloading images of child sexual abuse material was there. The investigation led them to Bottoms being ID'd as the suspect. Benton County Sheriff's detectives and members of the Internet Crimes Against Children in Richland executed the search warrant at Mr. Bottoms' residence and took Mr. Bottoms into custody and seized his evidence, all his computers, cell phones, all his electronic devices. Mr. Bottoms was then booked into the Benton County Jail on 4 counts of possession of depictions of minors engaged in sexually explicit conduct in the first degree. See ya, Chomo.
I'm gonna give you solitary confinement for 99 years.
Crawford County Sheriff Ryan Swope says his deputies arrested a man for accosting children for immoral purposes. Justice Gentila was charged with 7 felony counts ranging from 4 to 20 years each. He's got the good possibility of facing life in prison. This investigation is still open, so no further information will be released at this time by the police. But when it is, you can be sure to find it here first on the sex offender hit list. See ya, Chomo. Nebraska. A Grand Island man is in jail after he was accused of sexually assaulting 2 underage girls at different times. The Grand Island Police Thursday arrested 35-year-old Yasin Badol. He's charged with 2 counts of first-degree sexual assault of a child. According to the police, a 10-year-old girl reported Wednesday she'd been staying in a friend's house earlier in the week, and the girl told police that Badol assaulted her while she was sleeping. During the investigation, police also learned that a 13-year-old girl was reportedly sexually assaulted by Badol in 2021 when she was just 10 years old. Badol was in the Hall County Jail today, pending a court hearing which hasn't been set yet. A police spokesman said that he believes more victims are coming forward to report sexual assaults by this chomo.
Let me out of here! Let me out of here!
A 37-year-old Woodlawn man is in the Jefferson County Jail following his arrest Wednesday on child sex offenses. According to Deputy Detective Bobby Wallace with the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office, an investigation was launched in March after a child had disclosed incidents of sexual assault at the hands of Zachary K. Taylor. Detective Wallace says that the investigation moved forward and a search warrant was secured and resulted in the seizure of Taylor's cell phone, and 2 Class X felony charges were filed against Taylor Friday morning in Jefferson County Court for possession of child sexual abuse material depicting a victim under the age of 13. Deputies then arrested him Thursday and took him to the Jefferson County Jail, where he remains. A 3rd Class X felony charge was filed accusing the defendant of predatory criminal sexual assault of a victim under the age of 13. Taylor's expected to be arraigned on the 3 Class X felonies this afternoon. Well, the news didn't come out yet. This is this evening, so you'll find out really soon here, probably on the next sex offender hit list. But he's going before the Honorable Judge Joe Beth Weber. Come on, Weber, do us some justice. Put this chomo away. We'll close out the evening tonight with this freak of nature. This comes from Indianapolis, where we have a 28-year-old woman who used a young child to create pornographic material that she shared with men online. This is Amanda D. Constant, and she was taken into custody on May 22nd. Constant's being charged with 14 counts of child sexual crime charges, including child molesting, attempted child molesting, and child exploitation. 3 of Constant's criminal charges are level 1 felonies, which are the most serious criminal charge in Indiana outside of murder. Level 1 felonies could carry up to 50 years in prison. This all happened when a cyber tip pointed to a user of the social networking website Tagged. It was reportedly uploading images containing child sexual abuse material. The username of the profile was Baby Girl, with investigators tracing that profile to this chomette, Amanda Constant. Detectives found several images and text messages tied to the profile, and police said the images included sex acts being performed on a young child by both an adult male and an adult female. One message sent by Baby Girl even referenced sexually abusing a girl as young as 3 years old. According to court documents, one user asked Baby Girl to send a picture of her and the child together. Police said the photos sent showed a woman who police later matched to photographs of Amanda Constant. Police said Constant eventually admitted to operating the Baby Girl account on Tagged, and also admitted to participating in the sexually explicit conversations referencing sex acts being performed on a child. Constant tried to shift blame onto an ex-boyfriend, but police noted her conflicting and sparse details, along with admitting to never reporting the ex-boyfriend's alleged behavior to the police. She could not explain why she continued to possess child sexual abuse images on her phone either. Constant is being held in the Marion County Jail on a $100,000 surety bond. It's not much, it should have been $1 million. Well, see ya, chomette.
Yeah, my mother told me there'd be days like this.
One for a rainbow, one for Amanda.
Who you playing with, sweetie?
Amanda.
Oh, who are you?
I'm Amanda. I'm 6. And I love unicorns.
Sexual predators are seeking kids online.
We don't know Amanda.
Learn how to report abuse at end-violence.org/protect.
Happy birthday, dear Ellie.
Now, Ellie, remember, this is our special secret.
Okay, Uncle Jim.
1 in 5 children is sexually abused before they turn 18.
You Make a wish, but remember, it's a secret.
Do you know the signs?
I just want everyone to go home.
Learn more about the risks of child sexual abuse at sapria.org.